Hello, and welcome to this Sensalingua membership lesson video. My name is Angela, and in this video, we're going to look at the past continuous tense. Now, some students say that this tense is difficult, but it's not really difficult. It's just that we use two verb tenses in each sentence. But once you understand why and how, then it will be easy for you. So let's look at the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is also called the past progressive. We use the past continuous tense to describe an action that was in progress when something else happened. So basically, we are talking about two actions in the past. Both actions are finished, but the first action in the past started and was in progress when the second action occurred. So let's look at this first example. We were having a picnic when it began to rain. Okay, so we went to the park and we're having a picnic. People are eating. The sun is shining. Everything's okay. And then, boom, it began to rain. So having the picnic is the first action. And when it started to rain, that's the second action. So we are just saying that I was doing this thing when this other action happened. Let's look at the other examples on this slide. I was driving to work when it began to snow. So I got in my car. It was not snowing. I started to drive to work, no snow. And a few minutes later, surprise, it began to snow. The Cincinnati Reds were winning when the Mets hit a grand slam. Okay, if you are not familiar with baseball, the grand slam is the most exciting thing that can happen in baseball. And we'll probably have some videos about sports and things like that. So check it out. Look for sports videos that we'll be adding to the Sensalingua membership. As she was walking to the bus stop, she saw 4 stray dogs. A stray dog is a dog that lives in the streets. No home, no family, a stray dog. Now I have these words when and as highlighted in pink. And we're going to see next why those are highlighted. For the past continuous, the first action that started, the action that was in progress when the second action occurred, we're going to conjugate that first action verb like this. I was eating, you were eating, he was eating, she was eating, it was eating, we were eating, you were eating, they were eating. So we're using the verb to be in the past, so was or were, and then the ing form of the verb. In this box, you can see the 3 words that are always used in past continuous tense sentences. We can use when, while, or as, but when is used more often. Some people only use when. We will look at some examples with all 3, but when is the most common. Now, I told you that these sentences have 2 verb tenses. So this conjugation is for the first action. The second action is just the past tense, the simple past tense. So we form the past continuous by using the verb to be and the present participle, which is the ing form of the verb. Words such as when, while, and as are used in most sentences. Okay, the past continuous tense has two actions. Action number 1 was in progress when action number 2 happened. So let's look at this example. I was driving in Cades Cove. Okay, so you can see the car. I was driving in Cades Cove when I saw a bear. Okay, so I started driving. Everything is normal. And then suddenly I see the bear. I was driving in Cades Cove when I saw a bear. So I have when highlighted so you can see how we use it in the past continuous tense sentences. Was driving is action number 1. Saw is action number 2. I was talking to Nick when you arrived. So I'm talking to Nick, maybe 20 minutes, and then you arrived. I was talking to Nick when you arrived. Jody was teaching a class when the lights went out. Okay, so Jody's teaching, and then suddenly, boom, the lights went out. Was teaching when the lights went out. While Joseph was driving to work, he witnessed an accident. So we see he's driving, everything is normal, and then he witnessed an accident. He saw the accident. Now, this is an example using while. You will notice that when is usually used in the middle of the sentence. I was doing this when something else happened. For while and as, we can have it at the beginning of the sentence. We can also have it in the middle, okay? I saw the protesters as I was walking to school. So leave the house, walking to school, and then boom, I see the protesters. So this is an example with as. And we can form these sentences in different ways. I could say, as I was walking to school, I saw the protesters. As I was walking to school today, I saw the protesters. Or I saw the protesters as I was walking to school today. Both are correct. She left when I was reading a magazine. Okay, she left when I was reading a magazine. When? Ruth was talking on the phone when I went into her office. She was talking on the phone when I went into her office. When? Jenny was reading the report when the telephone rang. Jenny was reading the report when the telephone rang. When? Ingrid was writing a check when her pen stopped writing. Okay, she was writing a check when her pen stopped writing. Now she needs to get a new pen. When? just as I was leaving work, it began to rain. So she walked out the door. She walked down the steps, no rain. And then almost immediately, boom, it began to rain. So when we say just as, almost at the same time, just seconds after, just as I was leaving work today, it began to rain. So this is another example with as. Rose was composing a song for the hymnal when her pencil broke. Okay, so she's composing, she's writing a song, and a hymnal is a book of songs. Like in churches, they have a hymn book with lots of church music songs, a hymnal. She was composing a song for the hymnal when her pencil broke. When? Jennifer was making copies in the law library when she met an old friend. Okay, so she was in the law library. She was making copies, and surprise, she met an old friend. When? Robert was leaving the school when a pedestrian stopped him to ask a question. Okay, so Robert was leaving the school when a pedestrian is someone who's walking on the street. So this man, he's walking and he's a pedestrian. He stopped him to ask a question, maybe ask for directions or something. So here we're using when. While you were walking to the hotel, you saw police officers on horseback. While you were walking to the hotel, you saw police officers on horseback. Here's another example with while. Aaron was watching the game on TV when UPS delivered the package. So here we can see he was watching the game when UPS delivered the package. Cody was exercising when someone knocked on the door. So he was exercising when someone knocked on the door. While Ralph was eating, he read an old article about the space shuttle mission. Okay, we have another example with while. Bettina was doing the laundry as her husband repaired the dishwasher. So in this sentence, they're both working at the same time. She's doing the laundry, he's repairing the dishwasher. She was doing the laundry as her husband repaired the dishwasher. Tracy was riding a roller coaster when she got sick. So she was okay when she got on the roller coaster. Everything was fine, and suddenly she got sick. When she got sick. He was working on the new project when the manager called a meeting. Using when. So thank you very much for watching this Sensalingua membership video about the past continuous tense. Please make sure to watch our other videos, attend the live classes, play the Kahoot quizzes and games, listen to our audiobooks, read some books, try everything in our program. We really want to help you improve your English and reach your goal of speaking the language fluently. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in some future videos. Bye-bye for now.